Hello from Benchmark International Arena, where the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Montreal Canadiens 3-2 in overtime, and it has been a long time since I could say that the Lightning won an overtime game in the playoffs. We're talking about 2022, when Braden Point scored his game winner against the Toronto Maple Leafs to force a Game 7. Of course, we know what happened in that series. The Lightning went on to win and then make it to the Stanley Cup final to ultimately lose to the Colorado Avalanche. But the Lightning, entering Game 2, had lost 12 of the last 13 in overtime. They also entered this contest losing 10 of their last 11 at home. So the fact that they were able to win at home and win in overtime, that could be a galvanizing thing moving forward if this team can make a run. Just put that in the rearview mirror as they head to Montreal on Friday. So let's talk about this game. For the first couple of periods, it looked like Montreal was controlling the tempo of this thing. They were clearly the better team after two periods. And honestly, in the first couple of periods, it looked like Tampa Bay was still more willing to fight than win the game. But in the third period, and certainly in overtime, the Lightning played way more disciplined, way more their style of hockey, and once Nikita Kucherov scored his goal, that was able to level things off. Certainly they had to kill a big power play at the end of the third period due to a Scott Sabrin penalty. Corey Perry called it a mistake after the game. That was on Josh Anderson. It was a really bad penalty to take at that point in the contest, but, you know, we'll save that for subjective fodder. With Nikita Kucherov's goal, that was significant. It was the first time he scored in the playoffs since 2023. That is a span of 17 games. So he gets off the schneid there. And then J.J. Moser's goal in overtime. He is the first Lightning player ever to score his first overtime goal as an overtime game winner. So just a really thrilling two games inside Benchmark International Arena. And Corey Perry said it after the contest: this is not supposed to be easy. We might be in for the long haul for this series. Just two extremely evenly matched teams who put on a great show in front of the fans here in Tampa. The star of this game for the Tampa Bay Lightning, I should say stars, there are really two. One's Brandon Hagel, the other is Andrei Vasilevskiy. Vasilevskiy earns his 68th playoff victory. That's 11th all-time in NHL history. He's also 31-19 after a loss in the playoffs. He was fantastic in this game. I know Vasi was hearing it from the fans a little bit after the Game 1 goal, the overtime goal that he allowed, but he was nails, and the Lightning do not win this game without Vasi. They also do not win it without Brandon Hagel, who had the Gordie Howe hat trick, a goal, an assist, a fight. He brought the crowd into the fight. He brought his team into the fight. We have seen him do that. The Four Nations tournament, where he made a name for himself nationally, internationally. Certainly at the Olympics, he was great, but really he is becoming just such a fan favorite, and it's the energy and passion he plays with. Tremendous work from Brandon Hagel to help this team win Game 2 and maybe save the season, to be honest. If the team would have went down 2-0, they're 2-7 all-time in those scenarios. So we'll see what happens as the team now heads to Montreal. They'll have a couple of days off. Certainly we saw better out of the penalty kill this time around. That's something that the Lightning can hang their hats on, but still probably a little too many penalties taken by this team. Otherwise, though, this was a great game for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and now sort of the negativity of Game 1 and everything that the fans and the team were feeling, you can head into the Bell Center with clear minds, knowing, hey, if we get one up there, the series tilts right back in our favor as the team would return to Tampa for Game 5, and if there is a Game 7, they would have the hometown behind them, the hometown fans behind them on May 3rd.